Have you ever asked yourself, why can't I be disciplined when it comes to my money? You want to do better. In fact, you know you should do better. But somehow, some way, you always end up back in the same place. Proverbs 25 and 28 says it like this: a person without self control is like a city with broken down walls. Another way to think about it is it's like a bucket with holes. No matter how much water you pour in it, it's never going to stay full. Hi, I'm Latresa. I help Christian families move from working in silos to work together with their finances so they can reduce stress, build wealth, and experience financial freedom. And today, I want to share with you three things that are vital for growing your discipline when it comes to your money. Not just at the beginning of the year, but for the long haul. You see, the peace that I have about finances today did not happen overnight. Honestly, it felt like the night would never end. My struggle was overdraft fees. Every paycheck, I was giving the bank free money. Not because I didn't care, but it was because I wasn't intentional with checking my account. I kept telling myself, man, I'm just bad with money. Or if I had more money, this wouldn't happen. Neither of those things are true. The real issue was my self control. When I finally added it up, I realized that I had paid $500 in overdraft fees. You heard that right. $500 in overdraft fees in 1 year. That moment for me was so overwhelming. I was embarrassed, I was shameful, but it was also very clarifying because I realized that something had to change. And here's what most people don't talk about: when you keep making the same financial mistakes over and over again, it takes a toll on you emotionally. You become anxious, and even on your good days, you're still stressed, and money is always in the back of your mind. So I had to make a shift. Paul talks about how when we are weak, God is strong. And that truth has changed my approach to how I look at my finances. But here are the first steps that I actually took in my life, and I hope that this is something that can help you. The first step was admitting that I needed God. My biggest mistake is that I assumed that I had all the answers. I could pass a math test, I was passing calculus, but I couldn't consistently manage my money. Personal finances isn't something that you can cram in one night and then magically get a passing grade. It's daily, it's emotional, and it requires humility. I had to accept that I couldn't do it on my own. The second thing that I did was that I asked God for help. So I prayed about money. Yes, you can pray about everything, and this includes money. I asked God to forgive me for not managing my money well in a way that would honor Him. And more than that, I asked Him to help me to grow in my self control because I realized that it wasn't about perfection, it was about growth. I just wanted to have a balanced checkbook and not get overdraft fees. That was the first thing I wanted to do. And then the last thing, I took action. Faith still requires action. It requires you to put in work. And for me, the first thing I recognized is that I wanted to go on a fast. I went on a fast because while I was looking at all of these transactions, for 1 month, I spent close to or maybe over $100 at my favorite fast food restaurant. Now that decision was not about deprivation or me trying to starve myself or anything. It was more about awareness and building my discipline. Now I want to let you know that your actions may look different, but I want you to talk to God about it and allow Him to show you what are the things that you need to work on. Now I know that some of you are tired of trying. It's easy to think, no matter what I do, I just can't get ahead. But I want to remind you, this journey isn't about being perfect. It's about making progress, one step at a time, one level at a time. These were my beginning steps, the beginning of my financial transformation. 4 years later, I had a 700 plus credit score, and I was able to purchase my first vehicle without a co-signer. None of those things wouldn't have been possible had I not taken these first three steps. And most importantly, I had peace. So here's a question for you. What area of your finances do you need God's help to practice more self control? Take the time to reflect on this, pray about this, and see what God reveals to you and how you can grow in your discipline this year. And if this message resonated with you, comment ask below. And if you would like support in this journey, I host free coaching sessions where we walk through practical steps and realistic habits so you can actually sustain your discipline and reach your financial goals. The link is listed in the description, and I would love for you to join us. Thank you so much for taking time to watch this video with me. Share it with someone that you know would like it,